Hello guys, today we are going to see how to create a server by using AWS EC2 service. Okay, so once you are logged into the AWS developer console, you can go to the EC2 page by either using a search or by clicking this service, and then select EC2. Yeah, so once you come to this page, it will list down some details about the instances. On the left side, click on instances. So once you come to this page, if you want to create a server in different region, you can select the region, whichever region you want. I am selecting a Mumbai region, and then once you are in that you selected that region, it will list down all the servers which are created in that region. So currently I have 2 servers created in this region, and yeah, so also as you can see, it is in currently stopped state. Okay, so and for creating a new server, so we need to click on this launch instances button. Yeah, so once that is page is open, so first thing we need to do is we need to provide some name for our server so that it will be easier for us to recognize the server. So I'm giving remote desktop Ubuntu as a name, and then second step is we need to select an OS image. Okay, so whichever OS we want to install on the server, so that OS needs to be selected here. So AWS has almost n number of OSs available here. Okay, so as you can see, it also highlights mostly used OSs like AWS provides its own Amazon Linux OS, and then there is Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, and then SUSE Linux. So whichever OS you want to use, you can select that. Okay, so I selected Ubuntu, and yeah, so it is also showing latest version 22.04 as the preferred one. But if you want to use different version in Ubuntu, you can also use this search box, and you can find out whichever version you want to install. So I will be using installing Ubuntu 18. Yeah, I will be using this Ubuntu server 18.04 LTS. So to use that, also it is supporting free tier eligible. Click on the select button to choose this. Okay, so now we have selected the OS. Yeah, so as you can see some details on that, and the next step is to select instance type. So instance type is nothing but so we need to choose how much RAM we want to allocate for this server, and how many CPUs you want to allocate. Those configurations we can do it with the instance type. So currently the T2 micro, which is free tier eligible, has one CPU and 1 GB RAM. Yeah, so if you want to choose any higher configuration, you can search here. So it will list down all the available configuration. So it has created some common configuration, and they have given some names like T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small, T2 medium, like that. So the lowest configuration will be T2 nano. So and it keeps on increasing as it moves on to T2 micro, T2 small, and then T2 medium. Okay, so in this example, so I will be choosing T2 micro, which is free tier eligible. Okay, so and then the next thing is we need to select a key pair. Okay, Okay. So key pair is nothing but a private key which you need to in order to establish a connection to your server. Okay, so if you don't have this key, or if you lose this, you will not be able to connect to your server. So either so this is very important step. So either you can select a previously created key pair which you have generated for your previous servers. Okay, so or you can create a new key pair dedicated for this server. Okay, for that you can click on this create new key pair. So I will be generating a new key pair. So here you need to provide the key pair name, some meaningful name, or so that you remember for which server this key pair belongs. And then yeah, so remaining thing I will leave it as it is and click on create key pair. Okay, so it will downloads that key pair. Okay, so the next thing is the network settings. So here you can specify uh, firewall rules here. So who from where the SSH connection to the server should be allowed, and from which IP address should be allowed, or does it needs to be accessible from all the IP addresses, like that. So here I can choose so two options, either anywhere, or I can provide any custom IP address, or I can select my IP, that is the IP address of my current network. Okay, so I will be selecting my IP. Yeah, so and the next step is to allocate some storage. Okay, so by default it is providing 8 GB of memory. So if you want more storage, you can just type that number here. Like if you want 30 GB, you can type 30 here, or if you want 20, you can type 20 here. Okay, so but I will be using 8 GB. That should be good enough for this demo. Okay, so that should be good enough. Now we will launch the instance by clicking on this launch instance button. Yeah, so it is launching. So it successfully initiated the launch of instance. So now we can go back to the instances list, and let us refresh the page. Yeah, so now as you can see, it is showing a third server which we have created just now, remote desktop Ubuntu, and it is currently in pending state. And now as you can see details about this server also. Yeah, so now it changed to running state. Okay, yeah, so that's all. This is how you can launch a server from EC2. And in order to connect to this server, so we need to use that PM key which we have downloaded previous step. Connect to that server, so you can click on this connect button, and then go to SSH client. Yeah, so here they have given example, so just copy that command. Yeah, so now paste that command in a terminal, and give the path to that PM file on your system. Yeah, and then enter. So now for the first time when you try to connect to the server, it will give you this error. So it is saying bad permission denied public key. So to resolve this, so you need to change the file permission of that PM file. So let's change that. Yeah, so currently if you see the permission of that PM file, Yeah, so it has all the read write and then read permission is there, so we need to change it to 400. See, you can use chmod 400 and then the pm file name. Yeah, so now it is only read permission. Okay, so now let's try to run that command again. Yeah, as you can see, we have now logged into the server. So now it is showing Ubuntu. Yeah, welcome to Ubuntu 18.04. So means we have successfully logged into our server which we have created from EC2, the server. So if you want to stop the server, you can go back to this console and then select whichever server you want to stop or terminate, and then click on this instance state and then click on stop instance for stopping, and reboot for rebooting, and then terminate instance for deleting the server. Okay, so yeah, so for stopping you can click on stop instance and then it will ask for a confirmation. Okay, so if you are sure, you can click stop and it will stop the server. So as you can see, the state is in stopping mode, and after few seconds so it will come to stopped mode.